Matt, what's up, man? Is that the best y'all have played since COVID?
Yes. Give you a simple answer. Yes.
And that's the thing about it, though. Basketball doesn't just happen, in a snap. It takes time to build back up, and to get knocked off stride like y'all were. Do you feel like this week as a whole, Kansas State in this game got y'all back going in a critical time?
I honestly believe so. With the games been played, with the practice that we had, it allow us to just reconnect, focus on each other, and understand like our circle. That's what we call it of why we play and the process in order to win.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Dustin, go ahead.
Matt, besides the obvious of the final score, why was this the best game that you guys have played in a few weeks?
We played well on both ends. Defensively, we had our 9 kills, 32 deflections. I felt like we did a great job just guarding, the guards and RJ Nimhart and Mike Miles. And I think Jericho was he really played violent. He set the tone early for us, and we were able to feed off of him. So, and also I just think with Jericho, Kai, and Greg being on the floor together, they allowed us to give us a different look that it worked well today. So,
Cedric, go ahead.
Hey, Matt. We all know Greg Brown's upside. It's the world could be his oyster. As the leader of this ball club, what have been some of the challenges trying to ingratiate him into your locker room culture, and also while appreciating what he can do eventually as a great player?
A good thing with Greg, he is focused on the now. So like he's here with us. He asks questions. He wants to win. He focused on his teammates. It's human nature to be selfish at times. Because like you said, his ceiling is as high as he wants us to be. But with him, he's really he gets happy for his teammates when his teammates do well, and that's just great to see.
How has he taken to instruction? Sometimes criticisms from you and Courtney Ramey. You are the alpha dogs in that locker room. How's he taking that instruction from you guys?
He does well. At times he wants to bark back. He wants to state his opinion, but that's what young players do. That's what any player does when they feel like they're not in the wrong or they're in the right. But as time goes on, he trusts us. We talk to him in different ways. Courtney's more of the bad cop. I look at myself as the good cop. Courtney will get him first, and I'll just try to like rub his back and be like, bro, it's all right. But you just gotta make do what it do and just make sure that he's in a good place and that he's able to perform at a high level.
Chris, go ahead.
Courtney, you said you felt like this was your guys' best game since. Yeah, sorry. That you felt like this was your best game since COVID. And during the week, Shaka and Courtney were both talking about how trying to get back in the rhythm that you guys lost from COVID. Do you feel like this game was in that rhythm that you guys had before COVID hit?
Yeah, I think we just had a lot of fun. And we just focused on our teammates, and our teammates played well. We were happy for them. But at the end of the day, I think our foundation was a defense end, playing with pace on the offense end, and just having that fun and just playing with that swagger. So yeah.
And also just with this stretch of 5 games in 11 days, how important was it to start off on a high note with today?
Real good. And that's what you want. Your body's tired. Everybody's body's tired. But one thing about that is less practice, and you get to play some games, baby. So let's get it rolling.
Thanks.
Time for 3 final ones for Matt. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, Matt, Andrew, especially in the first half before he kind of was dealing with foul trouble, looked like he was really kind of in his bag. He was in his zone. What's it like playing with him and just kind of watching him when he's feeling it like that? Just looked like there was no way they could stop him from scoring for a little stretch there.
He really can get going. It's a different swagger about him, a different confidence about him, and he could go for 8, 9 in a row points, and that it's good because it gives us a spark. It electrifies us. Then we're feeding off him, and I think when he got in foul trouble, other guys were able to step up. Not they were able to, that they did step up, and yeah.
Matthew, go ahead.
Hey, Matt, could you take us through that big second half run? You guys were very animated out there. Was that sort of a release given how the past few weeks have gone for you guys? Just kind of take us through the emotions on the court during that.
Yeah, I think it was. I think in the game we dealt with a little bit of, they went on a run, some questionable calls, and then like you said, a lot has been going on, through these past couple of weeks, and it was just fun to just see everybody just let it out. I let it out a little bit. It's just good. Sometimes you gotta let out. Sometimes you gotta cry. Sometimes you gotta smile, man. You need somebody to talk to every now and then. Just gotta do what you gotta do, man. Whatever it takes.
Last one, Brian, go ahead.
Man, I can't let you go without asking about your passing today. The stats only have you with 4 assists, but it seems like it should have been a lot more. How important is it getting the action going to the rim and forcing guys to go to the hole as opposed to just sitting out on the wing and just bombing threes?
It's just been aggressive and putting pressure on the defense, and knowing that good things happen when I'm able to just live in the paint and just play inside out rather than outside in. And I think that's where a lot of our success came from, just getting in the paint and just finding guys with lobs, dump balls, or kicking out 4-3 for Andrew or Jace. I think that's how we have to play, not just myself, but Courtney, even the wings, Kai, Greg, getting down, getting in 2 feet and just making plays for others or yourself and go finish.
All your dunks are going to be on the highlight reels, but 3 of 3 from 3 today. I think you're 7 of 8 from deep your last 2 games. Just looks like you're shooting with a lot of confidence. So, I mean, what's the change there? When did you turn into Kevin Durant?
My teammates been working with me, and I've been watching film, just so I can slow the game down in my mind. And it's still a process, but it's been really helping me now. They've been really helping me, and Drew's been really helping me just on footwork, just on everything. So the guys on the team just been helping me on everything, just how to adjust to college basketball.
And then, you look inside today, as good as the shooting was, but you look inside, you guys had, I think, 7 or 8 dunks. What do you think about just the guards setting the big guys up as you all roll into the rim? Looks like you had a lot of open looks.
I love it. They make our job a lot easier, to be honest. So they can keep doing that, and we can do stuff at the rim, get boards, block shots, get deflections, and go dunk it.
Steven, you're up.
Hey, Greg. So Matt told us that him and Courtney have been hitting you with a little bit of good cop, bad cop in the locker room every now and then. I was just wondering, as somebody who, whenever he came to college, he was obviously used to being the best player on the court. What has it been like for you having to learn, like how to take criticism, especially from your teammates?
It was a struggle at first, but once I understood where they were coming from, then it just made it a lot easier to understand. Because what I've been told as a kid, just like, don't look at how it's said, look up what's the message of what they're saying. And that's what I've been doing. And it's been helping me on the court.
Chris, go ahead.
Greg, how much fun is a game like today? Because you guys got the win on Tuesday, but it was close toward the end. But here, you guys are kind of able to show out a little bit in the second half of that second half, and just a dominant win where you know what the outcome is going to be. How much fun is it to have a game like this after the struggles you had?
It was really fun. It was one time, it was like in the mid-second half, I looked up, I was like, bro, what is the score? Yeah, I was just having so much fun out there. I didn't even know what the score was.
And with this stretch that you guys are starting with today's game of 5 games in 11 days, how important is it to have a solid win like this to build the foundation for this brutal stretch coming up?
It's very solid. It's going to build our confidence back up. It's going to get our chemistry back right. And we're just going to go out next game and just do what we do, carry the same thing over from today to the next game.
Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, Greg, Oklahoma State was a tough one for everyone, tough one for you. But you carrying yourself like a different guy since then, playing with a lot of confidence on the floor. Was there a specific conversation following the Oklahoma State game, or someone you talked to, or something that happened that kind of let you regain that confidence again on offense?
just talking to my teammates and watching film with them, just helping the game slow down really. And they just help me, and they just tell me the positions I am, where I can attack and where I need to pass it, so I won't force a lot of things. And once I really learn that, then it's gonna be a whole different level. I'm still in the process right now.
And how much does that playmaking for others help you get going shooting? You know, it seems like you've really taken some pride recently in playmaking for your teammates, getting into the paint and looking for your guys. But also, too, it seems like it's kind of freed you up to shoot the ball with a lot of confidence as well.
Playmaking, I got that from my uncle, Roger Anderson. He used to go here, point guard here. He always taught me just to give another teammate a shot, get them going, because then energy is going to carry over to yourself. When they're doing good, it's going to be like, oh, shoot, I'm going to get hyped. So that's why. And I just love seeing my teammates get excited after a good play. So that's where the playmaking comes from.
Got time for two last ones, Brian and then Cedric. Go ahead, Brian.
Greg, what's been the learning experience of these technical fouls these last few games?
Don't get them. Don't get them. After the dunk today, I was like, okay, Greg, don't look at the dude. I was telling myself, just don't look at him. And then they'll scream and get back. They'd have to hurry back. So, yeah, just go up and don't get a technical foul.
Last one, Cedric, go ahead.
Greg, we actually saw you when you dunked. You kind of glanced toward him, and then you put your head up and sprinted down court. It's like, not today, not today. What's been the biggest learning curve for you in this first half of your freshman year? What's harder about this than you thought coming out of Vandergrift?
Just the defense. Defense is well taught in college. And so, like in high school, we don't really care about defense. We just care about getting buckets. So, yeah, in college, they really care about defense. So, defensively, I got to learn the rotations. And offensively, I got to learn how to beat the rotations so I can make a play out of it. So, yeah, just learning the defensive ways.
You seem to take more joy out of teammates making plays than yourself. Do you know how infectious that is in a locker room? Because that does send a great message.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just always been like that since high school. I used to have teammates that used to dunk kind of like me, not like jump as high, but when they dunk, it just made me get excited, and that just carried over into college.